Good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning. I am here today to bring you this podcast, Grandma Face Testimony, to introduce it to you. I will be correcting everything needs to be corrected. So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out why am I not on this screen. Hello, unbiased. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Give everybody a few minutes to come in, and then I'll begin to tell you about the Grandma Face Testimony. I am here, but I'm trying to figure what I've done. I've done something where I can't see me. Okay, I think that is I know. Why do people do that? Okay, I don't know what I've done. But hold on, just give me a minute. I'm trying to fix this. Where to be behind me? Oh, okay, I put it in the wrong place. I put it as an overlay. Okay, but I'm here this morning. I'm sorry. Um, I was just trying to start off the right way, but kind of rushing because I was kind of late when I got started. But I'm really excited about doing this. I've been planning. My plans was to do this a long time ago, but this is just a podcast where you can come and share your story. Give God the glory. Let Him know that you are appreciative of what He's done. And there we go. And I'm gonna start off by giving my testimony. Whereas, talking about me, because in order for me to share your story today, you can come up here on the panel if you like. But usually I will have you mail them in, and I'm so close to this. Get the glare on the glasses. I'm sorry, but I have to see. Um, it's just to come share your story and to let everybody know how God has been good to you, or what has He done for you that may help somebody else come out of what they're in. Because what you go through is not for yourself. When you go through for somebody else. Okay, so that's what this is going to be about. And I'm gonna share my story today, and let y'all see how that's gonna go. And like I said, I'm running with this one because I have another Zoom meeting today as well. But I promised I was going to do this last night, that I was going to start. And if you don't start, you never will begin. So this is my beginning. And I'm asking y'all to pray for me, pray with me, that God do what He wants to do with this channel. And I want to give back, and that's giving back to Him, because giving Him the glory and the honor that is due is what I'm here for. So I'm going to begin. I'm going to read a scripture for you guys, and then I'm going to go ahead and start telling my story. So right now, what I'm doing, I'm looking for a scripture, and I'm trying to allow people to come in, because I want to talk about it. I mean, this is something I want to share my life. Somebody may be going through, because I know He can and He will. So if He can and He will do things and fix things for me, then I know I can, and I will stand up on His word and do what He tells me to do. Okay. So this is not a, I haven't planned this out. I haven't did all the footwork, but I am working on it. I'm working on it, so that way I want opinions. I want your opinions. I want you to give me your thoughts, and you know and share. And this is what it's about, is to share and care about other people that may be going through something, or it's something you want to say that you don't want to tell them face to face. Maybe you want to go ahead and you know tell a testimony. Send your testimonies into Grandma Faith Testimonial, Grandma Faith Testimonies at yahoo.com. But the link was up here, and I had misspelled this, so I'm gonna give y'all I'm gonna give y'all that in the end. I will give that to you again. But as well, I want to say this. I just love the Lord, and I know what He does for me. And it's a blessing to be able to serve, and that's what I want to do. We were sent to this world to serve, so that's what I want to do, is serve and give Him His honor and glory. So I'm gonna begin by reading Psalms 27. It says, "The Lord is the light of my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the light of my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When my enemies, even when the wicked, even and my enemies, even when the foes came upon me to eat of my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Though the host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war shall rise against me, in this, excuse me, in this I will be confident. One thing have I desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, and I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life. To behold the beauty of the Lord is to inquire in his temple. Okay? So I'm going to let y'all ponder on that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm sorry about that, guys. That was a phone call that come in. I have to answer my phone calls because I'm expecting to go in the Zoom meeting and I'm expecting to work. I'm not making excuses. Just something that I have to do. But I apologize for that. But anyway, I was talking about the scripture. I have a thing of being fearful because of what happened to me in my past. So I will be speaking on this today because I'm gonna give God the glory about it. In my lifetime, I'm gonna tell you how I grew up. First of all, I grew up too fast because I didn't want to listen to mama. I wanted to be grown and do what grown folks do. Okay. So then there was consequences that I had to pay. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all about this one. Let me tell you my first testimony that I want to share will be when I was 16 years old. My mom didn't know nothing about them, sister didn't know nothing about it, but I saw things and I thought I wanted to try them. And I put their business out there because that's their business. But I was always, my sisters were my mentors at that time. And I saw things and I was like, okay, well, if they can do this and they can do that, then I'm gonna try it. So I tried the little thing, trying to be grown before my time and didn't know what I was doing. My boyfriend was actually older than me. He was 19 and I was 15. And I lied and told him I was 18. Okay. So hey, Swoop, the thing is, I lied. That's the first thing. And told this guy I was 15 years old, and I lied and told him I was 18. Okay. So that was my first start. I lied. Okay. I'm admitting to my fault. I know what I did, and I did that, and I'm going to claim up to it. So we started dating or whatever over the phone. He stayed in Uvalde, and I stayed in Houston. So we started dating. So he came. This was weeks and months, and some Sundays went by, months and Sundays, maybe a whole year. I think it was a year, and we had never seen each other. So he asked me, could he come over? My mama went to work. My mom was working at the college and cleaning and doing whatever she was doing. She had a whole bunch of jobs. My mama had a lot of titles, but me being grown, and I told him to come, and my sister and them let him come, and they didn't say nothing because they was doing their thing. But when I snuck him in the back window, being grown, you know what grown folks do, so don't act like you don't. If you don't, figure it out, because I'm not gonna say it on this camera because I can't, because of my channel. But I might can say it, but okay. I was doing adult things. I'm gonna say it like that. Okay. After he got there, so I became pregnant. Didn't know I was pregnant. I'm telling you, I didn't know I was pregnant from day one, day two, day three, day 335. How many days in a year? I was. Hey, I'm young. I was just playing. I was a tomboy. I played in the fields with the boys, football, basketball, soccer, whatever they played. Fefe was out there. Okay. So going on into the story. I'm 16 years old now, okay, and I go to the Christian Academy School. This was a Christian Academy school I went to for a while, and I was being grown. I thought I was bad. My friend, we would get together, we would talk, and I ain't gonna call their names because I ain't gonna put their business out there. But we would talk about how our boyfriends did this, whoop, whoop, this, and all that. Y'all know how little girls talk, okay? And we was doing all that. So I kept going to school, kept going to school. Mom said, girl, you sure getting fat. And I said, Mom, I be eating, girl. I be eating. I'm just trying to throw it off on Mom. I'm eating. I'm doing this because I'm eating or whatever. So I'm sorry. Uh-oh. I got to see me. Okay. I'm trying. I get, anyway, I don't like disturbance, and this is disturbing me. And that's the enemy because he don't want me to tell the story, but he's a lie. I'm going to tell it today because this is what I think somebody out there need to hear. Some young girl may want to hear this story and they may want to share it and may want to say, hey, well, this is I'm actually in this life living this right now, so I need to make a change. So that's the purpose of me telling the story. But let me get back to it. So time went by, was still going to school, still playing football, basketball in the field, this and that, whoop whoop, and didn't know I was pregnant. And my Aunt Loma, I used to go to my Aunt Loma's all the time, and my Aunt Loma was my protector. When I got in trouble, I would always call her and figure out, how to get away from whoopings and stuff. So I did that. Either if it wasn't Loma, it was my dad. But this time it was gonna be on Ain't Loma. But I'm gonna get to that part. Well, anyway, I was still going to school and everything. Didn't know I was pregnant, whatever. And my mama told my sister one day, she said, Sherry, I want you to take this little heifer to the doctor. She called me a redhead heifer. She did. I want to take her to the doctor. But she's steady getting big and stuff. So she took me to the doctor, and we got back home from the doctor. And I guess she told my mama I was pregnant, whatever. Whoop de whoop. I don't know, because they went in the room and talked, and I was still in the room and they getting undressed. She hollered, I'm finna beat you, you little red cow. I'm gonna beat you. I'm finna beat you. I said, beat me for what? What I do, mama? What I do? So I started crying because she finna whoop me. I don't know what she finna whoop me for. Oh, no, she finna whoop me. I went and locked myself in the bathroom. I heard up and got on that phone. Mama, come get me. Mama said she finna beat me. Mama said she finna beat me. She said, no, she's not staying there. Stay in the bathroom, and I'm gonna call you back. So mama said, bring me that phone out that bathroom. Bring me that phone. Because she never told me that, my sister brought the paper and it said that I was pregnant. She never told me. She just told me she gonna beat me. So her and my Aunt Loma talk a lot. So my Aunt Loma called her. I heard the phone ring. I didn't answer. I just looked at the phone. But she said she was gonna call me back in a minute. So the minute wasn't up. So that was her calling my mom. They spoke. And after they got done spoken, they said, see, after they got to talking on the phone, I gave it a few minutes, and I don't know what all they talked about because I could have picked up the phone and listened, but at that time I wasn't smart enough to do all that. All I want to do is play football, baseball, and play with the boys. I'm ready to go outside and play now. I done been to the doctor. I'm back. I'm ready to go. So mama said, come here, Faye. Come here. I'm not coming out the doctor because Aunt Loma said keep the door locked. She called me back. I didn't unlock the door. She said, when you come out, I'll beat you. So she started picking at the door, trying to get in the door. And my Aunt Loma came through the door. She said, Faye, come here. I'm here, Faye. Come here. I'm like, who is that? She said, this is Loma. Come here. So I came out the bathroom, and she said, your mama want to talk to you. We going to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, well, she going to talk. Yeah, no, she not going to talk. She going to whip me, ain't it? She going to whip me. So however the story went. It's been so long, I don't remember the whole story. But anyway, before they got to talking, I went and ran and jumped in Loma's car. After, I don't know where they was in the house, but I seen them here clear go, and I went. And then I told her, I'm going to your house. 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 She said, and I don't know if they talked about it, but she came and got in the truck in the van. And I remember going to her house. And once I got to her house, my mom was still talking. Mama still hadn't told me what was going on because I wouldn't let her because I was scared. So my sister snuck out there and she said, hey, you pregnant? You pregnant? I said, no, I'm not. Girl, I ain't pregnant. I ain't paid them no attention. I kept playing football, basketball, whatever pregnant meant. They didn't know what it meant, didn't care. Baby, I played football and basketball till I was 9 months pregnant, okay? Okay? I think I had like 2 or 3 weeks left before I ended up having that baby. And God, it's a blessing. He was a gift. It's not nothing. The sin was in the act, not the baby. So my baby was a gift. And at this time, okay, I found out I was pregnant. I had the baby. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. So my mama told, I can call his name because he's deceased right now, anyway, because the things I went through with him was a trial. That's a more, I'm going to add to it later. But anyway, throughout the story, I'm trying to tell y'all, baby, y'all don't have to do what you don't have to do. If you say no, let no be no. Because don't let him convince you to do anything that you don't want to do or have to do. Because it's going to lead you somewhere that you don't want to go. And trust me, this journey was long for me, y'all. This journey was so long for me till I went 9 months playing football and basketball, wouldn't stay in the house, kept doing the things I did because I didn't know what pregnancy was, didn't know I was pregnant, didn't know I was carrying a baby. Okay? So I continued doing what I was doing, and I end up in this situation. I was still going to church, to the Christian Academy and everything. But when I got to school, one day my pastor called me in the office and he said, Faye, where that boy at? You tell that boy I said, get here and get here now. And my principal was my cousin, my older cousin. And he was serious when he told me that. He said, get him here and get him in now. Because Travis started going to church with us and everything. He was trying to get saved or whatever. But I was filled with the Holy Ghost. So I already supposed to be knowing better. But you know how that is. You know how boys can convince you to do something you should be doing. But anyway, that was another story. But anyway, he called him. He came. I think, I don't know if he came the same day we called him or he came the next day. No, it was the same day. Because he told me, you know what, boy? You did this to my little cousin. You gonna marry her. So me, myself, not knowing, Yeah, I want to get married anyway because I want to leave home. I want to go do what I want to do. Whoop, 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 whoop. But in the process, it wasn't my time to get married at that time because this guy, he was a sheep in wolf clothing because he told me everything I wanted to hear, did the things that I wanted to do until he trapped me or got me where he wanted to be. But then I became his beating pawn. Okay, so he started being mean to me. He started hitting on me after we moved in together. And yeah, excuse me, I got phones everywhere, people calling. I'm sorry. I do apologize. But anyway, he changed on me, you know, and I wouldn't tell my mama. We had to move into our own apartment at this time, and he changed on me. He started hitting me. I couldn't. When we went places, I couldn't look out the car window. I had to look straight. I couldn't look to the side, to the left, because I was always looking at somebody or something. On my way to school, I couldn't look out the window, hi to my friends or nothing like that because he felt some type of way. Um, okay, I'm sharing my story. I'll call y'all back. I'm live though. Y'all can come on the live. I don't know how to stop it. Okay, so I'm sorry. Excuse me again. But yeah. What was I at? What part was I on? Okay, he started beating me. You know, and I wouldn't tell my mama because I didn't want to go back home. I made this decision. I'm grown up to leave out. I'm going not going back. So I was still going to school, y'all, and he he said I was quoting the principal at this point. So he stopped me from going to school. I couldn't go to school. I had to stay at home and clean up and cook. He was working at the chicken place with Miss Frenchie. Because that's how we got our first apartment. The lady was Miss Frenchie, Frenchella, French. I can't say her name. Anyway, she was the owner of Frenchie's. Her parents were the owners, and she was the co-owner or whatever. And we were living in her apartment. And she heard the noise one day, and she came down and she said, "Veronica, let me talk to you." So I went to her outside in the hallway, and she was talking. She said, "He hitting you?" And me being a fool, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. The whole time, y'all, I'm lying talking about this dude was hitting me. This dude was fighting me. Okay, and this is right before I had the baby. No, this is not the right baby. No, that was okay. That was after the third baby when we moved with Miss French. The first time we were staying with his mama. That's what we were saying. We were saying his mama. This first time we were staying with his mama, he jumped on me, and I wanted to go home, and I couldn't go home because he wouldn't let me go home. He would tell me he's sorry and this and that. You know how they try to fix up things, y'all. But anyway, the moral of the story is he started beating me. And that was in the first apartment, and I wouldn't tell nobody. I wouldn't tell that I would keep it a secret because I didn't want to go home because I know if my mama found out, she probably would have killed him or whatever they would have did. I was trying to look out for that. And then he would always threaten me if you tell your mama. The ugliest thing that every man that I had a offense with told me the same lie. If you tell your mama, I'ma kill your mama and your baby. How you think I felt? I'm not gonna tell nobody because I want my mama to live and I want my baby to live. I'm not telling nobody. So I didn't tell nobody. I went through that mess 7 years, okay? I accepted the abuse. I did the things that I shouldn't have done. I lied. I did we keep going to church? No. I don't think I even kept going to church. I didn't get to start back going to church till I moved back home with my mama. Okay, so I think I went 7 years. I can't remember that. I don't know because I think I still went to church because I think he went a couple of times. Some kind of way. I don't know if he went to jail and I ended up moving back with my mama. Something happened and I ended up going back home to my mom and I was able to go to church in that time in them 7 years, somewhere in between them 7 years. I can't put it all together because it's so long ago, but at the same time, I do remember when he started beating me, it was making me feel icky inside and I felt like I was ready to go but didn't know how to leave or whatever, whatever. So one time we was going back to his house, or my mama house, he was taking me back home because he had got out of jail or wherever he was. He came back and I went back with him like a stupid because I didn't tell my mama, wouldn't tell my mama what was really going on. This time we got an apartment across the street from my mama. I can remember that. We got an apartment across the street from my mama. And as I got this apartment across the street from my mama, I stayed there. I was working at McDonald's. I was working at Taco Bell and Burger King at the same time. Trying to make ends meet, trying to make it. He was still working at French's. He had a job. Hey, Ruru. He had a great job. You know, he had a job that was permanent for him. Whenever he left, he still was able to go back. So, and I was working three jobs because I was working three jobs before he came back home or whatever. So my first appointment, and I had it, y'all. I was fixing it up. I was doing it right, doing it right, everything. So one day he came home, and I was on my way upstairs from work, and this is when the second beating took place. I think. I mean the one that made me leave. I'm gonna say it like this: the one that made me leave. Okay. So I was going upstairs, and the maintenance guy, I don't remember his name, but I can see his face. He spoke to me. He said, "Hey, Miss Faye, how you doing? Hope everything's going okay." He was saying, just asking how I was doing and everything. Well, y'all, look him. I was going upstairs, and he was speaking. I didn't know the man was looking out the window, wherever he was in the house, to see the guy speak to me. And I opened the door. After I opened the door with the key and came in, he said, "Who was that nigga talking to you? What was he talking to you?" Now, you know how forceful they can be. I said, "He was just saying hi. He didn't say no more, just hi to me. You don't be talking to them niggas, whatever else he said," because I don't remember all that. But he was drunk when I walked in the door. This is when his demon came out. Every time he was drunk, the demon came out of him. So he threw me through the wall. You hear me? My next door neighbor was home, and I went. The back side of the wall didn't break, but our side of the wall had a big old hole in it. And I remember that big old hole right there by that door. I can still see that hole. But God is good because He kept me for a day like this. But I promise, I thank Him, because when I went through that wall, y'all, I thought my life was over. And He didn't stop beating me then. He kept hitting me. And the neighbor had to come pop the door open. I don't know what he did to get the door, but they came and pulled him out for me, called the police, and the police came in. He was gone by the time the police got there some kind of way, and he ended up going to jail that time. But that time, no, that's wait. He came in here. No, take that back. Just let me go back on the story. This is how it happened. When the neighbors got him off of me, and the maintenance guy, when they got him off of me, I didn't have mind he already tore my shirt off, and was my pants still on? I don't remember. Anyway, I know I was half naked, and I ran to my mama's house because my mom lived right across the street. So I ran all the way to my mama's house just the way I was. I didn't care who he saw me, whatever. Didn't care if the cars hit me. I was just trying to get home to my mama. That's my safety. I'm going to my mama this time because I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm bleeding. I got to go to my mama. So I'm running across the street, and they trying to catch me. And it was too late because when I got to my mama gate, I slung that gate open. She slid that patio door open. She called me in there, and he behind me, trying to run behind me and come get me. That's when they called the police. He was running, trying to catch me, and he couldn't catch me. So I'm still running. I'm hollering, I'm screaming, I'm hollering, I'm screaming. And these people coming out outside their gates hollering and talking and do this, whatever. And somebody caught him and stopped him and threw him to the ground. That bull got up, y'all. He came to my mama, gave him. We had already locked the gate before he could get there. But he came, he said, "Open the gate. I just want to talk to you. Open the gate. I want to talk to you." Y'all, he was so ugly. He looked like a for real demon at this time. He started pulling my mama gates down. They back then they had the little wood gates around the apartment. Like I don't know it's a patio, but they cover your patio with some board gates. Anyway, he started pulling these boards off the gate, tearing my mama gate up. Mama said, "Hold up, I got something for you. I got something for you." And that's the last thing I remember. Because she told me to go in the room and take a bath, get into whatever. But mama said, "I got something for you. Stay right there. Stay right there." So he tore that last board down. My mom went out there with that bat and gave him a whop. Don't you think that nigga didn't take out? "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And it was too late. The police came. When the police came, that's when he was how he sorry. I hadn't got out the shower. My mom said, "Come here." And she said, "Come here. Come talk to this man." So I was talking to the police and I told him what he did and how it happened. That's how we broke up. So I never went back after that. I never went back after that, thinking, this is not for me. I'm about to die. He's trying to kill me. And my mama told me this one thing. If you would have told me the first time, it wouldn't have came to this point. If a man hit you once, he's going to hit you again. And if he hit you again next time, it may be worse. That's why I learned that theory. If a man hit you once, he'll hit you twice. Don't give up your life for a man because he's not worth it. If a man give you, you don't even have to hit you. From now on, this is what I've learned. Abuse is abuse, verbal or physical. If he's hollering at you, cussing you, calling you out your name, that's a sign. That's the red flag you start looking for. When they start turning on you and you everything under the sun, under the book that you could think of, you know how the men talk? I mean, y'all women, y'all understand. Y'all know how it is if you ever been abused, if you ever been through an abusive relationship, you know what it is. So I'm here today to tell these babies, if a man just touch you in the wrong way, that's too much. Because he's not your daddy. He's not your keeper, nor your master. Don't do nothing that you don't want to. Trust me, if you don't want to do the grown folk stuff, I'm just going to say, if you don't want to have sex, tell a man no. No means no, okay? Even in the latter years, as I got older, y'all, I've been through 4 abusive relationships because I never saw the sign. I never was looking for the signs of the men being abusive. I thought it was okay. I thought I had to accept that because of what I saw. You know, I seen people arguing and thought that was okay, think it was okay for him to slap her. It was okay. I was young. 16, 17, 18, 19 years old, growing up, having babies, okay? God blessed me with them children. I don't call my kids a curse. I call my kids a blessing because he gave them to me at this time. But it was a lesson for me to learn out of it. I need to depend on him, stand on the word for him, follow him, because he's my only way that I need to go is to live by Christ. You know, so I'm just saying, at this time, I was young, dumb, naive, and didn't want to hear because I want to stay on my own and didn't want to find my mama, listen to my mama rules and go by what she has to tell me because I want to be grown. And guess what grown has taught me? I had to go through something. I had to go through a lot before I learned. That's the only story I'm gonna tell you because it's another story I'm gonna tell you later, but it's about abuse as well. But this first, I'm gonna say the first 4 series that you see, it'll be about my abusive relationships that I went through. But I'm gonna tell you the story part by part because I put it out in one. It'll take some. I'm not trying to be on here all day today. I'm only here for a little while because y'all know Swoop goes live at 10, and I only wanted to come share this forecast with you to let you know what it's gonna be about. Share my story. I don't mind telling this story because God gave me the glory because I'm standing here today because he lived. He lived. He suffered and he died for me so that I can be saved, so that I can be free. So if I just had just listen to my mom a long time ago, a lot of stuff that I went through, I wouldn't have to go through. And I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. And I want y'all find help. Find help. If you need help, reach out to me. I'm going to give you my email. You can reach me by email. I'm going to give you my work phone number. Well, I'm not gonna say this is my business line. You can call me there. I would not mind you calling me. Thank you, Miss TGV Crime Podcast. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And I want to share it. I want to get my stories out because I feel that the stuff I've been through, you know, it's sad. It's hard to talk about sometimes. But I talk about it because I know God told me I can testify. And I'm going to be all right. I'm going to help somebody out of something that they're going through. They don't have to go through the things that we go through if you just tell somebody about it and help them out. Because people are not going to reach out for help. I'm going to tell you, you know why they're not going to reach out for help? Because they don't know how to love. They don't know what love is sometimes. You know, we think love is, that's just love. He just fussing because it's love. It's not about love. That's not love. I'm just going to tell y'all right now, it's not. It's not. Don't, baby. I'm telling you, wherever you are, whoever you are, abuse is abuse, verbal or physical. You better than that, and you are beautifully and wonderfully made. You do not have to take abuse from nobody. I'm sharing this story with you today so that you can come out. Contact me at grandma_Faye_LME_testimonial_ or you can call me at 361-308-6232. I am available if you want to talk, if you want a way out, we'll figure that out together. You don't have to suffer in silence. It's not worth it. You're beautiful. Y'all, I mean, it's another story that I want to tell y'all because I went through that one, baby. The last one that I went through could have taken my life. And I'm going to share that story later. If you want to hear it, come back. You know, I might need to tie a couple of them in there together because if I get other people's testimonies in there, I may not be able to share my stories. But however it works, just know I'm here for you. Domestic violence is not the answer. Then when you find Christ, let him lead you. If he's talking to you, let him guide you. He's going to help you out, but you have to want to help. If you want the help, call me. If you can't find me or call me, call somebody, tell somebody near and dear to you, somebody that you can trust. Because a lot of times we feel like we can't trust people. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That's the devil trying to keep you from telling your story. The man is not worth beating on. I mean, beating you, because you're not no target. You're not no punching bag. You're not that. And I'm asking you today, please step out. Step out and step up and speak out. Because there's people want to hear your story. Come over, share your testimony on this panel. If you want to come over and share your testimony on the panel, even if you don't want to know you don't want the people to know who you is, what you can do is write it out. You can mail it to me. No, email me. I'd rather you email me because I don't want to give up my address over the internet. But you can go ahead and email me your testimony, and I will share it. I will let somebody know, and if you don't want your name called or don't want to be the people to know who you are, just put on there, signed, anonymous, and I'll keep it private. That'll be between me and you, who you are, and I will not share your name. And I just want to tell y'all thank you. I said I was going to stay 30 minutes. It's been 31 minutes, but this is the start of the podcast. If it lasts longer next time, if an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, that's fine. If you want to talk about it, I want everybody to be able to share, because we care. You're not standing alone. We're here for you if you want to share your testimony. And all that saying, I'm going to try to get off. But I'm going to read some of the testimonies before I go. But that's the end of the podcast, really. But I'm going to share some of the testimonies that's going over in the chat so that y'all can see. These were supposed to be videos, but I decided to do lives because if I do lives, I feel like somebody may want to come up and share their testimony. And I want to be able to drop the link and do that. But today I was doing it just for myself. I know once I drop this up here, I'm going to let a couple of people come up if they want to talk about it, but then I want to read the comments because I wasn't able to read the comments and tell my story because I was I was in my feelings. So I was just trying to save it. And let me go back up so I can read some of the okay, where was the high faith? That's where it started from. No, it started by Unbiased and Swoop was speaking. Then it started said Swoop said faith, and I said, hey, back to him. And everybody started speaking. Unbiased, the flyers. That's what Swoop Rooster told her. Swoop gave me three hearts. I love you, Swoop. You know I do. Miss MTGV Crime Podcast. Your testimony will help many. Thank you. I appreciate it. Swoop said, amen. Sorry you went through this phase. It's okay. Don't be sorry because I went through it because this is my out. Now. My out. I didn't get to live a childhood. Yeah, it's a lot, I can tell. But I'm not going to go back into that. But I enjoy telling my stories. I enjoy testifying about what God has done for me because I know where I came from. When I got back in the church, God delivered me out. But it was my choice to go back. So therefore, I got another story to tell because, yeah, but I had to marry that guy. Anyway, the first one that beat me, I married him. And we stayed married 7 years. We stayed married until I got, 7 years. It was 7 years. And then after the 7 years, I got with somebody else. Yeah, but it's another. I'm going to tell that later. But anyway, it's a story to tell. And I thank God for it. Who said, hey, Official Jamie said, hey, everybody from the trees. Bless them. Bless them. And then Sue said, us women get embarrassed and feel shame and don't ask for help. That is true, Swoop. And, it's not so much me for me. I didn't know how to be embarrassed because I didn't care at the time. It was just, I just didn't want my mama and my daddy and them hurt. I feel like my mama and my dad, that's my pride, my joy. That's what I live for. And at that time, that's all I knew, that's my mom. I don't want my mama hurt and I don't want my baby to get hurt. So I'm just going to do whatever he tell me to do. That's a thought in my head. Whatever he say, do, just do it. Well, yeah. Anyway, it costs me something. It costs me to be hit and beat. And yeah, but I'm done with that. I try to avoid every situation I can. And that's why I don't even want to say, I'm not going to claim it because I'm not shy no more because thanks God for YouTube, I came out. But, and thank God for him giving me the courage to come out to other people here in America. But, I just want to say thank him. I give him the praise, because he brought me out. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have came out, period. But before that, after God gave me the strength and the courage, the knowledge to what to do and how to do, because it took a lot. I took a lot before I even surrendered. Okay, I got to tell somebody. I didn't have to tell nobody because I had to tell him then because he had told these people wild up and everything. I had to tell the story. I had to tell it. But anyway, I went back home to my mom and I stayed with her till I was able to get my own apartment. And I got me another apartment of my own right there in the same apartment complex my mom lived in. And I had another baby and everything. It's another story. I'm going to tell it. But anyway, Miss MTG, Miss Crime Podcast says, my cousin was murdered in 2004 due to domestic violence. I never got over that. She was my best friend. Oh, man, don't do me like this. I'm trying not to cry. See? Oh, and only one child, Lord. Bless that baby. Bless that baby, because the baby see y'all, the kids seen every. We put our kids through so much and don't realize it by accepting that abuse and stuff from me and y'all. These babies are watching. My kids can tell y'all some stories. I might get one of them to come tell their what they saw, because they can only tell what they saw. So, and I can tell you how it hurt them. And baby, it got to a point to one of them. My son beat the man himself. My oldest son, the one I said I had, when I went through the wall, that one, he beat that man. He beat a man, not his daddy, but he beat a man. They never get to. I think they seen their daddy about once or twice. They were young. They seen their dad about once or twice before he passed, and he didn't pass. Anyway. It's a story to tell. But okay, I'm gonna leave that alone because I'm going back into it. Naturally, say good morning. Good morning to Swoop said love. I love you too. Hey, beautiful people in the chat. Good morning. Naturally said, oh, she just spoke to MGTP. I missed you, Grandma Faye. I will be watching the replay about to do that now. I know your testimony was lovely. Yes, I thank God for everything. I was so closed off at first from my past. Don't close it off. Share it. It's somebody needs to hear what you went through, baby. Don't ever close your past. You can close it from your mind or what happened, but you need to still share that story because whatever you went through, it's a young girl out here may need to hear that story so she can reach out and maybe she want to go out and tell, somebody help me. I need that, but they're not going to tell it because they feel like if they tell it, whatever the lie that devil telling, they have to believe that. But you have to let them know you don't have to believe nothing he's telling you. That's just a threat. That's an idle threat that he wants to scare you with so you won't leave. But guess what? When God says it's time. Reach out for help. Help is here for you. And I want to see you out. Baby, it's another story I could tell, but I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. Oh, I can't tell that story. But anyway, I'm going to tell it at another time because y'all said I was going to stay on here for a few minutes and I don't want to stop what I'm doing. But at the same time, this podcast was only supposed to be a 30-minute podcast just so that I can introduce y'all to the testimony of Grandma Faye's LME Testimonial Hour. And this is what I wanted to do and share the story of the beginning of my life. And I'm going to go continually until I get to the life that I'm in now. So I want y'all to come back or either even go ahead and share your story. I wish I knew how to type on this thing, but I don't. I wanted to type when I go live. Okay, so I can show y'all. I'm gonna give it to you again. Let me type in the chat. The ones in the chat. Y'all can go in the chat and read the email address and the phone number. I'm gonna leave it in the chat. So somebody that may want to reach out, maybe want to share your story, you're welcome. The next show, just come up on the panel, share your story. Get with me earlier, so I know that you want to share your story, and we could do it on the panel, or we could do it. You can send me a copy of it, and I'll go ahead and go about telling your story for you. If, like I said, if you want to be anonymous, I won't tell that part, who you are, where you're from, or nothing like that. I will just read what you tell me to read. Go over, and then I'll give my opinion. I'm not just gonna read it. I'm also give my opinion on the situation, if you don't mind. But that's what I'm saying. You just get with me, so I don't mind at all telling anything what God has brought me out of. I know He delivered me from it, so it's the glory is to give it back to God. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm texting. I'm typing. I'm gonna reach it. I see you naturally saying something. I'm gonna read it in just here in a minute. Um. All right. And a phone number, I'm gonna drop a phone number here too. Y'all don't mind y'all calling me, just don't call playing on the phone or nothing like that. Don't play games. I'm serious about what I'm doing. And if this is the work God is calling me to do, I want to be able to be found guilty in doing it. And I don't want no, people gonna be crazy anyway. But I know how to I know how to pray them through. Pray them on. I'm gonna pray for them. They're gonna be PREY on me, but I'm gonna be PRAY on them, and God gonna take care of the rest. But I drop that information in there for y'all. I'm gonna start for y'all. You're always welcome to go there and look that up. Whatever you need to do, get in touch with Grandma Faye, send your testimonies, or call me and tell me what do you want me to do, and we can begin from there. At the end of this note, I'm gonna leave y'all. I'm gonna read this part, and then I'm gonna go. Past, I was so depressed and didn't know. Wait, I can't read that one now. My past, I was so depressed and didn't know it had so much anger built up that I was talking it out on my boyfriend, taking it out on my boyfriend. My past boyfriend helped me overcome that, and of course, I played a part in it too. I had to let go. Baby, let me tell you something. So you was the abuser, is what you trying to say? It's a way out for you too. For the abusers, there are ways out for you if you just trust God and give it over to Him and let somebody know you need counseling because you are the abuser or you have abusive relationship that you're the abuser. It's people that you can reach out to as well. I'm gonna start looking up the information for different things. All you have to is let me know, and I'm gonna start looking up the information. I'll be able to bring it back to you. He said others know, even though I told my boyfriend it feels so much better when I talk about it. So I made a book on water pad. Okay, look, since you made your book, have you published it? If you publish your book, you can come back and share your book. I will give you a day to do that for me if you don't mind, Miss Natural. And I'll be on the panel with you because I know most of the time when we talk about stuff like this, we want help. We want somebody to be there for us. So I understand, you know. Yes, I forgot, of course. God helped me too. I started praying every night, and yes, I published it. Okay, thank you. So, do you want to come and share your book? Maybe someone want to purchase that book from you. We can do a podcast for you. Set it up for you to be the guest on my show, and we will um, go over a couple of things if you don't mind. Just so that we can get it out there for the people that needs to hear and know. So, and saying all that, I'm gonna get ready to get off of here, y'all. Thank y'all for coming to Grandma Faye's Testimony. Send in your stories and testimonies again to Grandma Faye, Grandma underscore Faye underscore LME underscore testimonials at yahoo.com. I will get your story and I'll share your glory, and you can come and share your glory with me. If not, if you don't want people to know who you are, I will put on there anonymous. I will not say your name, and it'll be fine. But you'll share your story. You'll know who you are, and everybody around you that it happened to or through you, they would know. So that's your business. But don't worry. At this point, I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys know that Grandma Faye is signing off. Thank y'all for coming. Hold on, I got somebody in the bottom. Hold on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you was finna leave.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ending it. I wasn't gonna stay long today. I just wanted to be on just for a little bit, just to share that this is what I'll be doing on. I don't want to pick a day, so just it may be just up random. But my most days I will try to do it was on Thursdays. But if they get where I have to do it more than one day because I have so many, then I'll go there and start it over and do some on other days. I'm gonna plan it out how I'm gonna have it. I'm gonna go. I'm not. That's another thing too. I want to start planning things the right way, doing things better because I haven't been
Yes.
planning my videos and stuff. I just been doing. So now I'm starting to start my life over, a new start for a new beginning. So I just want y'all to pray for me, pray with me, and we're gonna go ahead
Yes,
and
I will pray for you.
that everybody out there, if you need some help, like I said, the information is over there in the um over there. It's over there. But know this, my face still gonna be here for you. I'm still gonna be me. I love to have fun, so don't worry. It's all good in this neighborhood. God's gonna make a way for us all to get along, to have
Yes.
make it work. So y'all pray for me. You don't have to go nowhere too. I'm just gonna end it now. So everybody out there in the bushes that came in, thank you for coming. Everybody that want to get to know what's going over here on Grandma Face podcast, feel free to go ahead and email me, call me, and we'll talk about it. May God bless you. Have a nice day. Hi, Miss Humphrey. Thank you for coming. And go back and look at the video. You'll see what happened. I told a little testimony, but it's more to come. So be ready, be prepared. May God bless you. Stay with us. Don't feel got to stay. Oh, I'm sorry. Your love. God bless you. May He keep you until we meet again. In Jesus' name. Amen. Good day. Bye bye. Thanks, y'all.